Okay, 3 new features for today. And I've got about 4 hours, so we're going to try to implement 3 new features within these 4 hours. Had a lot of work this week, so I didn't get to work on Liemtris, but today I'm trying to kill time. Well, right now I'm trying to kill time for waiting for full self-driving beta. For the past couple weeks, Tesla's been putting some of the opted-in full self-driving beta adopters through a series of tests to measure how safe we drive. Metrics including things like hard braking, harsh cornering, safe following distance, ignoring the computer when it tells you to pay attention. So these things are judged and you're given a score, and everyone with a score of 100 by Friday midnight California time is supposed to get the beta. And the algorithm was specifically engineered, I'm pretty sure, to let in just around 1,000 people. I had to finesse a lot of the way I drive and figure out how the algorithm worked so that I could get that 100. So I spent about 3 hours yesterday driving on I-10, getting enough of a perfect score to average out my 99 to 100. So hopefully that was good enough. Well, we'll find out in 4 hours if I get the full self-driving beta download. Alright, so 3 features for today. Manual cue input. Now what that means, let me run this on the simulator and then we can see what's going on here. Alright, manual cue input. So we have a cue on the right side of the screen that tells us what pieces are coming next. Well, sometimes you want to test out certain situations, and the way to do that is by drawing on the board, which we already have. We do that by tapping the squares. I'll just wait until this thing loads up. Excuse me. All right, so if you want to test out a certain scenario, like let's say, I don't know, something like this, whatever, this isn't even a real scenario. Okay, now what would happen if, maybe this square was filled in and I did the Tetris? What would the terrain look like? Stuff like that. You can just draw on the board. Now, what if you want to test out a certain T-spin setup? Now, I can't demonstrate it here, but I will be able to once we do the second feature of today, which is keyboard support. I can't play here because I don't have a controller connected to the simulator. But let's say you want to test out a T-spin setup, but you don't have any T pieces coming up in your queue. In that case, what I've been doing is just throwing off pieces to the left side of the board. Like say I'll put that here, that Z piece, and I'll throw in that J, and then I'll throw in the S piece like this, and then the L on top. I'll just throw it off to the side here until I get the T, and then test out whatever setup I had on this side. I don't know, let's say it was a like a super T-spin double. Well, that's not it, but actually, I can't do it on the side of the board. But let's just say we wanted to test T-spin double. See, this is why I have the other feature for tap and drag, because I got to manually click each square here. Okay, you want to test super TSD, and then you can't because you don't have a T-piece. So you're gonna touch this side, and it'll come up with a menu that asks you to put in your cue. And then you can type in T, S, Z, L, S, J, and that should populate the cue. Now, you should also be able to set your hold piece, because that's very important as well. And so the way I've thought about this is we're going to put the first letter that the user types in. Okay, so let's say the user types in, okay, the prompt will say enter your cue. Then the user will type S, T, S, J, L, O, whatever. This first letter is the hold piece, and the rest are the cue. That's the way it's going to work, and this can be as long as needed, and it doesn't have to abide by the bag guidelines. Right? You don't need the bag. You're just testing stuff. So there you go. And this is going to be pre-appended to the existing list. So this will just be shoved down, and whatever you type in will be inserted into the front. So that after you exhaust your list, you'll see this again: ZL, ZJSL, O, and so on. So that is manual cue input. Keyboard support. Currently I can't play the game on the simulator, so we've got to put keyboard controls in here. Now I also need to research if the simulator will take the keyboard from the computer as input. That I haven't verified, but that's something I need to check. And last, finesse calculation mode. Okay, well, what is finesse? I talked about this maybe 1 or 2 videos ago, but it is the optimal set of keys that you need to press to get a piece where you want it to go. So if you wanted this, let's say you wanted this T piece here like this, what you would do is rotate clockwise, move right, and then hard drop. So clockwise would take you looking like this, and then for the ghost piece, and then when you move right one, it'll look here, and hard drop. Let's say you wanted to move the O piece here. Okay, well, there's a couple ways you can do that. I don't have the hold button here, but let's say this was O. Okay, this is where the ghost piece is starting out. What you could do is tap right, and that'll bring us here, and then you can hard drop. So that's four key presses: right, hard drop. Now what you could do instead is hold right, and it'll take you to the very right side of the board. Tap left once, and it'll bring you here, and then you can hard drop, taking you down here. So that's DAS right, tap left, hard drop. That's 3 key presses. Much faster. So just like how you learn to type with a home row, each finger has its optimal set of keys that it needs to press. Like your index finger presses the F, the R, the V, the T, the G. Your left pinky hits the A, the Q, the Z, the left shift, and so forth. Um, you can do that without thinking, even though it sounds like a lot of work when you describe it to somebody who doesn't know how to type. But as you all know, typing becomes natural once you practice it. And the same thing goes with finesse. Now, the thing is, it is very easy to mess up finesse or do a half-assed version of finesse. There are several keys, just like in typing, several pieces and placements that are very easy, such as placing the O here. Tap DAS right, tap left, hard drop. That's easy. Because the markers are easy to identify. It's one column in from the right, and that almost always results in a DAS right, tap left, no matter what piece it is. And for pieces that go right in the center, those are easy too. Those are usually just a hard drop. Same thing goes with the pieces that live on the extreme sides of the board. So if you wanted to put the O here, that's even easier. It's just hold right and hard drop. Very easy. Now there are some tricky ones, such as having the L piece, the J piece, go here. So there are a couple options here. You could DAS to the right, which will take you, I'm going to draw it here. You could DAS to the right. Okay. Then you can rotate counterclockwise, which will take you here. Then you can tap left, which will take you here. No, actually, even that doesn't work. So your best option here is to tap right twice. No, is it twice? One, 2. Yeah, tapping right twice takes you here. And then you rotate clockwise or counterclockwise twice, and it'll take you here. Then you can hard drop. Some of these things are tricky because there are several scenarios where you can DAS right, then tap left. I would DAS right, counterclockwise, rotate, and then a tap left. And in a situation like that is where you would use that is the so doing that takes you 2 blocks in, just like here. If you do that with the S piece, let's say the S spawns like this, what you can do is you DAS right, which will take you here. Then you rotate, which will take you here. You rotate counterclockwise. Oops. Rotate counterclockwise, and then you move in. You tap left once, which also takes you. This series of key takes you 2 away from the right column. So it's these confusing situations that need the most practice. And with this finesse calculation mode, you'll have to think about each move. And in so thinking about each move, you'll be able to come up with your own set of rules that help you remember how best to move a piece. Now, I don't remember where I heard this, but the best way to learn and the best way to truly understand something and the best way to retain it is not by passive consuming of the material. So you're not going to be able to sit here and watch a Tetris expert play their game and suddenly you think you're going to learn something, because that is a passive activity. You're not going through the struggle, and I believe it's that struggle that creates the new connections in your brain that help you learn a new skill. So you'll actively have to do the practice, and this finesse calculation mode will force you to think about each move. And in so doing that, the repeated recollection of what the proper moves are will help you truly learn the material. So, what is finesse calculation mode? It is going to be implemented by using the projection feature, which I have actually not even touched on until right now. The projection feature, which is sort of buggy, tells you what the bot is thinking, anywhere from 1 to 5 moves ahead. It's a little buggy right now, as you can see. Like, it's working there. And it's showing 3 pieces. Here it's showing the next 4 pieces, the 2 O's, the Z and the L, with the T and hold, I presume. Yeah. So finesse will show the very next move that the bot wants to do. So I'm going to hard cap the projection to 1 piece ahead, so you see what the bot is going to do next at all times. And then once you see where that move is going to be, you're going to manually calculate in your head. Let's see, with an example here. Okay, so with that eyepiece, you're going to manually tell yourself, I'm going to dash left, rotate counterclockwise, and hard drop, which will put the eye where you see it there on the left. Let's do another example. Here, we're not going to dash left. We're not going to dash left first. We're actually going to rotate counterclockwise first, and then dash left, and then hard drop. You're going to rotate first, then hold to the edge of the screen, and then hard drop. It'll take you all the way to the left side. Here's the T. Here, what you want to do is dash to the left, tap right, counterclockwise, hard drop. Now, that's basically what you have to do to practice finesse. Now, with something harder, like with an L piece, like this example here, there's a series of things you can do, but if you want to be consistent, so that's another thing. This tool should help you with being consistent, because there are so many ways to do it. You want to execute it almost the same way each time. You want to execute it the same way almost every time, so that it becomes a muscle memory. So here, one option is to rotate twice, then dash left, tap right, and then hard drop. But some people also rotate while they're dashing. That requires a little bit more paying attention, because you want to make sure that you're completely rotated into the downward position here by the time you hit the left edge of the screen before you tap right and then hard drop. Because what can happen is, once you dash to the left or dash to the right and you do a rotation, there's a likely chance that you're gonna perform a kick. So I explained a situation where that might happen with the S piece earlier, where rotating actually no, that wasn't a kick, but in many cases you can perform a kick if you're right up against the edge of the screen and perform a rotate. So that's another thing you have to be careful about, and this finesse calculation mode will help you in coming up with your own rules and staying consistent. Okay, but now I just realized, because the projection mode is a little buggy, I may have to fix it first, because when there are line clears, the projection doesn't act right, as you can see here. So I'm guessing what happens is they place the Z piece here, and then the S piece, and then the O piece, and then the L, and then take the Tetris. And because of that, this projection is not drawing properly. because it's not taking the line clears properly into account. Yeah, as you can see, oh, that's pretty revealing. What's happening here is it's taking this Z piece and then this S piece, then this O piece, and then this J piece, and then taking the tetris. Notice those are the pieces that are in this row. They're not being drawn. Notice they're not being drawn. So that could give us some insight into why this is happening. I'm just going to take a screenshot of that. Stretch break. Alright, full self-driving beta. We should get the news in 3 hours and 45 minutes. Okay. That was a long intro. But now I gotta figure out where to start. Let's start with the one that allows us to actually play the game. Let's do keyboard support. And here we go. That shouldn't be too hard. Let's look at the documentation for keyboard support. Okay, this is probably the one I want. GC keyboard, as in game controller keyboard. Keyboard did connect. Okay. Let's see where to handle this. Let's go to Liemtris. Did connect. I think I have one of those. Yeah, I have a controller did connect for this notification. This is the controller did connect notification. So what happens is when you connect a controller, the operating system detects this and sends your app this so-called notification. And then when you receive this notification, you can choose to act on it. So let's say when the user connects a controller, you want to get rid of the on-screen keys, which is exactly what I've done here. That's why you don't see the keys on the whatever. And then for controller disconnected notifications, I re-enable the keys on the keyboard, on the screen with this handler. So what we're going to do now is copy and paste these and change these to keyboard. Okay. You know what? I'm just curious what options they have here. So name dot. What do they have? They have a ton of notifications that you can react to. And the one we're looking for is GC keyboard. GC keyboard. GC keyboard did connect. GC keyboard did disconnect for the disconnection handler. Let's go to this. Notice I'm doing a ton of stuff in here for whenever a keyboard is connected. You know what? I may just want to reuse this and add keyboard stuff to it. Yeah, so what happens is I take the input keys left, right, up, down, rotating, hold button, I hide all that. I also set the DAS controllers. Here I set what happens when the buttons are pressed. Okay, yeah, this is a lot of code that I don't want to reduplicate. That I don't want to duplicate. I don't want to duplicate it, but I may have to. Yeah, let's just see what happens. Okay. That was a very long extension for handling controller input, which is a little buggy still, actually. For instance, there's a bug that I need to fix. Yeah, I'm gonna add it here. Bugs. Backgrounding Liemtris and coming back to the app causes DAS to feel instant. Put this here, keyboard handling. Don't want to use self.controller, wouldn't use self. We can use a keyboard. Dang it, keyboard. GC keyboard. Don't think this is a real thing. That player index. Yeah, that should have thrown an error, but guess it doesn't matter. I'm gonna comment that out. I'm gonna change this name. Self.keyboard equals GC keyboard dot coalesced. What the heck is that? It looks right, but the keyboard connected to the device. That's a weird name. What does that even mean? Come together to form one? I mean, I get that, but how does that describe the keyboard that's connected? Anyway, let's get rid of this. Self-type keyboard. Okay. What else do we need? Okay, let's refactor this. Make sure that it's only, okay, because there's two extensions now that are using the same variable name, so these should be scoped correctly, so that when I do the refactor, it's only changing the ones inside of the keyboard extension. All right, instead of D-pad left, this is going to be the S key, S key, S key. I'm going to rename this. Wait, why does this only appear once? Oh, that doesn't matter. We're using these. We're not using every button, every variable that's passed in by this to this closure. So D-pad left. I'm still going to rename it S key. D-pad right button. Right would be D key. I should name these something generic, because people are going to be able to remap their keys, and this nomenclature is only going to make sense to me. Yeah, I'm going to change this. Left button. Left movement key. Left movement key pressed. Right movement key pressed. Soft drop. Soft drop key pressed. Up is hard drop. Up is hard drop. Hard drop key pressed. A button, I believe that's rotate. Well, it doesn't matter, I can just read the code. Counterclockwise and clockwise. I guess it depends if you're using an Xbox controller or a Nintendo controller. Xbox wanted to be special and they flipped their keys. And I believe the A button is on the bottom and the B button is on the right. Yeah, so this is Xbox naming conventions. So the A is counterclockwise. A button pressed. CCW key pressed. B is CW key. X button is, oh, the code gave it away, but it's undo. Undo key pressed. Bot is the top button. Bot key pressed. Left shoulder. This is the translate. I don't really want to play with this. Left shoulder. I don't know. Let's choose translate. Pattern. Translate down. Pattern stacking. Key pressed. Changed handler. Is that how I did it earlier? Changed handler? Yeah. Bot translate right shoulder is hold. Very, very, very important key. Hold button. Hold key. Right thumbstick button pressed. Advanced game by end moves. Left trigger is projection. I think this is it. We're going to find out. Okay, how do they handle individual keys? Like the A key, the G key. So I have to get to the GC key code object somewhere. So this is handled a little bit differently than the controllers. This looks like it's all being handled in a single closure. Oh, this looks pretty good. Keyboard listener. What the heck is a keyboard cue? Oh, this. Interesting. Keyboard listener. We have to restructure the extension of quite a bit from the way the actually you probably don't have to do that. If I can write the handler separately and just no, because the key changed handler is accepting this closure, and inside there, like this isn't a key changed handler or a W key changed handler, but that goes inside the body. Okay, let's try this. I won't need this. This is a better way than to fucking have, freaking have question mark after each. Oh, I should have done that with the controller. Here they have a guard statement. And what I did here was just assign the controller to the, hopefully a controller's connected, and if not, then just like disgustingly handle it like this with the question mark. Yeah, we can do that later. But this is a good way to handle it going forward, using a guard statement. A keyboard handler. Key code. Let's look at the key code. Stretch break. Oh, this is gonna suck. I always forget the syntax. I think this is how it's gonna work. Oh God. Oh. I really want to be able to reuse most of this handler code. Oh wait, a handler is... Oh no, this does take the handler. Let's see what this type is. A handler is a... Okay, here's the type. This is the closure here. It takes the keyboard input, GC controller button input, GC controller button input, GC key code, and a bool. Okay, I'm gonna copy that. Excuse me. Let's just look up some documentation just in case. There we go. Oh no, this is in Objective-C. Ugly. Same thing here. Keyboard input, GC controller button input. All right. So that's not going to look like this. Oh wait, yeah, it's the same thing. Keyboard input, key code, and pressed as bool. Okay, this is good, obviously, right? Because I just took this from the internet from a literal class that's for keyboard listening. So Very likely chance that was going to be right. That was going to be right. All right, so I can just return these handlers. But I need to change this. What else do I need to change? I need to add some keys in here. Actually, I'm going to leave this as wrong, and then we'll see the errors. So when they hit the A key, which for me is left, it'll be this guy. Okay, my computer's running kind of slow. Oh shoot. This needs to be here. Don't think we need that either. But after all of these handlers are written, then we can use the thing. Take that out. Okay. I'm gonna remove this. Unexpected non-void return value and void function. That doesn't make any sense. I mean, I want to return this. Oh no, the handler is this function itself. Okay, see what happens. Function is unused. Huh, how does this work then? The handler is a function that takes 4 arguments and returns void. So handler just handles. But I want to return this handler. Wait, but this handler, left key handler, I probably need to change this. This is a keyboard input. I need to make these match up. Excuse me. This is not a keyboard input. But I want to return this. See, the handler is a function. I think I'm misunderstanding how this is supposed to be used. Bind to specific. Maybe that's it. Keyboard.button. Let's see what happens here. Keyboard dot. Let's see. This is the key change handler is the object on the keyboard input. So keyboard input dot button for key code. There we go. Let's say it's see what the options are. GC key code, key. You say key, and then the thing. Key A? No. key A. Is that good enough? Oh, dot. I believe you have to say GC key code dot. Or else I can leave this out, because Swift is smart enough to know what type goes here. Alright, so I'm going to leave it anyway, because it's clear. GC key code. Oh man. I was not able to drive anywhere today because I already got my 100 safety score. I am hella not risking it going down. So I didn't even go to the gym on a Friday night. Perfect. I think this is it. Left. Boom. Let's take this out and see what happens. Should be able to build. No. Cannot assign value of type. Blah, 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 blah. Void to type. Handler. Do I need this? I don't get it. Is this supposed to be a... Yawn break. Cannot assign value of type GC keyboard input, which matches wait a second. Did I not name this correctly? Because that would be a really stupid mistake. No, I did. Here it is. Left movement key, press, changed handler. Cannot assign value of type. Okay. Do I take this out? Let's Google this. Ah. Oh, that explains. I ran into this issue once before. If you take a look at the original code, I think that doesn't have types. False. It does have types. Shoot. Maybe it's because this has names? Nah. Guardlet keyboard. Cannot assign value of type. To type. It's expecting an optional closure. Ah, that makes sense. That this needs to be optional, but let's see if this does the trick. Okay, well, that was it. So, the reason why this has to be optional is, um, well, if you have this keyboard input shit, you're not going to use every key. So almost all of these change handlers will be null. Do not assign value of type. There's no way. That is so ugly. Wait, that actually made it work. Did it? No. Wait a second. Is this at the same return type? Yes. You know what? Let me try something manual here. Wait, this is three. This is three things. 1, 2, 3. Choose the controller button input, float, and bool. Why did I have 4? Let's take this out. Did I misread the error? Oh my goodness. Of course. Look at that. It's 3. There's no GC key code. Obviously you don't need that, because it's provided here. This is a different handler. Of course. I'm a dumbe. GC controller button input. A float. This is a value, just like the controller. Value, was it float? Okay. Looks better. My God, man. My God. That was really lame. Sometimes it's just not something that is logical. It's just something stupid that you missed. The most famous of these examples is when you first learn coding and all you hear about is the what is that, like the scare tactic that your code's not going to compile because you forgot a semicolon, which in practice doesn't really happen because compilers are very, very good at letting you know, or your IDE is very good at letting you know that you've missed a semicolon. It just doesn't happen. But errors like these, where the error is so arcane that you don't even read it properly. Anyway, at least it's not as bad as template errors in C++. That's just like reading like hieroglyphs. Don't need these again. I should move these out of the controller. This did connect then. Okay, let's try this out. Only the left key will work right now, if that worked. Nope, nothing's happening. Nothing is happening at all. Nope. Oh, yeah, of course. Keyboard handler. Keyboard did connect. Keyboard did disconnect. Okay, let's try it again. Maybe this will work. Oh my god, it worked. It moved. Holy crap. Man, things working the first time or the first few times, that just doesn't happen, man. That's freaking nuts. Wow, I can't believe this worked. Alright, we got a lot of keys to add. Okay. Let's add the obvious keys. Key dot D. It's gonna be the right movement. Key W. Hard drop. S. Soft drop. What else? Key, I'd use the letter N for hold. Key N. Key M for CCW. That was M, comma. Is that in here? CW. What else? We have hold. Let's comment these out for now. Let's see if the game will work. This should be enough. I'm not going to program in all the other stuff. Nuts. No way. No way. Okay. Hold is not working. I can't hold the button at the tap. On each tap, 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 tap. Let's see if undo. Undo. Okay, not too bad. Okay, this is unbearable, so we definitely have to fix dassing. Oh yeah, I haven't even really looked at the code inside. So the DAS, like all I did was change the names of these handlers. So let's take a look inside. If pressed, move left. Frame counter. This should keep calling move left. Move left. If pressed, move left. D-pad left ARR. Right, which is happening. Right? Okay, that should have fired the code and did it. No. It's not going in. Huh, maybe it's an OS thing. Maybe this piece of code only operates. No, obviously not, because this is, the simulator is iOS. Yep, this is not even being called. How about here? Okay, that's being called. Display link D-pad ARR equal to let's see if that's being called. This movement is terrible. We gotta fix this. Terrible. Here's a moment that we can use the test. See, what you need here is well, you don't want that, but you do want something like another L, which means you need another L dependent. You'd have an L dependency, and you really don't want to do this. Oh shoot! This one, it'd be best to have another S piece. So we can actually do this here. Not the best piece placement. This L was terrible. Oh, I could leave this for later. I am expecting another S piece to come soon. Can't do this. Actually, this piece here was terrible. This Z placement down there. Now I'm dependent on two S pieces. Nope, just goes here. why this doesn't work. Oops. Don't want this. Display. Is it CAD? CAD display link. Well, I did use a pressed change handler, not a value change handler. Maybe that's got something to do with it. What did the controller originally use? Controller used what kind of a pressed change? It is a pressed changed. Let's make sure. Yeah, this is a press changed. And here, maybe it's this. Get rid of this. See what happens. Oh, that fired. That fired that time. Let's try this again. Ah! How on earth could how on earth could anyone have figured that out? That was so random. Let's see. Change this to 7. Yeah, ARR 0. Let me just change it to 1. And you still need to fix this bug. Oh my god, it's working. There we go. Oops, I need to set the undo key to E. Alright, E. Where are my handlers? Where are my handlers? Key code. Key. E. Undo. Oh yeah, I did write that. No. This is not respecting my setting. Let's go home. No. Is it because of the frame rate? Let's see. Why is it so fast? Still too fast. Maybe it's because of the frame rate. Oh, that's not a kick. Too fast. Definitely messed up somewhere. Okay, what wasn't working? I forgot. Oh. See, I want to know why that little Q thing made it so that none of this worked. Okay, let's check off keyboard support and push that. Okay, what features next? We did this. Design. Okay, what was on the agenda for the stream? We had the keyboard support, manual cue input, finesse calculation mode. Finesse calculation mode is, this should be really fun. Okay, finesse calculation mode. Projection is a little broken, but aside from that, I can fix that at some other time. That work can be done independently of this. Excuse me, but the logic can be written independently. So, what was the plan? Projection should be one piece ahead and always turned on. And it needs to be a setting, it needs to be a new mode. And here are our modes. Oh God. 2 hours and 17 minutes until midnight California. Let's see. I'm looking for this guy. Game mode settings. Game mode selection. So here, it's going to be another mode called Finesse calculation. Finesse calculation. Should there be settings? Should there be any settings? No. I'm gonna fix it to one piece look ahead. I do need a Diet Coke though. is this right aligned? Okay, finesse calculation. Finesse calculation. This needs its own controller. No, it doesn't. This is gonna be done in the game settings selection view controller. And when you tap it, projection limited to 1. And that's about it, right? Now, there is a sort of edge case where the next move can be the piece that's in hold. So the ghost piece and the hold piece, the ghost piece may not match what's projected. But actually that doesn't matter because for projections I turn off ghost. So we'll be fine. Yeah, this should be one of the easiest modes to write. I'm gonna set a bet with myself. That's probably gonna be able to finish this in 20 minutes. Let me get a Coke. Diet Coke. Getting Coke took longer than expected. I also wanted to kiss dog. fiction. I mean, A word. I don't get why these are so far apart. $40. This is so ugly. This is so friggin' ugly. But it friggin' works, okay? I'm not a designer. I'm a programmer. Dragging buttons and labels and text boxes and steppers onto the screen is the best I can do. See, this is why a lot of men, at least a lot of the men I know, were happy with just a mattress on the floor, TV in front, and a single bowl in the house. That's all we need. All right, finesse calculation. 20 minutes, I said, right? It is 8 to the hour, which leaves us until my time 12:12. Should be 20 minutes. All right, let's do it. Finesse calculation. Actually, I take that back. No, yeah. 20 minutes. Now I'm having trouble finding the thing that allows you to bring over a side panel. Excuse me. Alright, this one's gonna be the game selection view controller. Game settings, game mode selection. Okay. Wait, did I do this stuff here? No, I didn't. Shoot. Oh, man. Whatever. Okay, so when they press it, send this notification, set projection to on, and set the projection pieces to 1. Yeah, that's about it. Excuse me. Okay, we can close this out. How much longer? 2 hours. Finesse calculation mode. was I supposed to do here? Turn on projection for 1. Projection. Where is that? I think it's in game. It's project. Project. Do draw projection. Why do I even have this variable? It should just be projection mode. That should be changed. Where is the projection array? Projection. Projection not enumerated. What the heck is this? Oh, it's this guy. It is an array. I just want to make projection length 1. Here. If Liemtris dot finesse calculation mode if index greater than 0 greater than or equal to 1, don't do shit. I mean, don't do things. Okay, let's see how this goes. Game mode, finesse calculation. Not doing anything. And why is pressing bot taking me so far forward? That's not right. Bot pressed. Oh. Bot press debugging. This should just be bot pressed. So let's check that worked for a second. Okay, good. Okay. Finesse calculation. What the heck was that? Why is there an O here? If index. Huh. Are we even in here? What is index? 0. Okay. Why is it not drawing that piece? Let me try this. Might be enough by 1. Oh, you can literally see it. Not always. Why is the ghost still on though? Hmm. It's looking a little better. Although the projection is still buggy. Like this one would be tap right and clockwise. What? That is so buggy. The controllers are buggy right now too. This is terrible. See what the bot would do. That's it. It's cute. No, no, we're not doing that. Okay. So, back to it. Choose game mode, finesse calculation. This doesn't really work. The ghost is a little too opaque. It's hard to tell which one the ghost even is. So let's set that. Draw ghost, draw stacking power, draw projection. Where is the color being used? Alpha component. Oh, it's .8. 0.8. Nope. Okay. Now I can't see anything. Oh, there it is. It's very faint and it's not even really, and it's still broken, unfortunately. 2. Make it 5. It's still too... The projection is still buggy, obviously. Let's see, this would be... Oh yeah, and once I make my own move, the whole thing even disappears. Which is really lame. This is dash right counterclockwise. Dash right counterclockwise. See, where's the projection? Why does me moving turn off the projection? Dash left. Rotate clockwise, dash left. Dash right, tap back. See, confusion. 180, tap right. I don't understand this bug right now. How come when I move, it breaks? Here's an idea. Look at the way cold clear. The cold clear repo by minus Kelvin. See how he does his piece projection drawing. I think hitting hard drop terminates this condition somehow. Let's see. We'll go in here. Well, give me a second. See, it turns off now. Does it go in here? Yes. Still does. Let's look at the console. Come on, Xcode. Oh, shoot. So here's the projection of the next 5 or so pieces. See, why is this off or something? I hope that's the case, because that would be a very easy debug. False. But this should still be on. Okay, please say false. Please say false, because then it'd be so easy to debug. F. Obviously, it's not going to say false, because we're inside of this condition now. See, but why is it not being printed then? Do draw projection. Wait, is this being used somewhere else? Ghost. Nah. Okay, this may be sucky. Oh man, I'm getting notifications from what I did in LA. Fat Burger marketing emails, Del Taco marketing emails. Oh my god. I can't wait. Cannot wait to go back. I'm going back to LA in 3 weeks, and I haven't decided if I want to stay for a week or 2 weeks or a month. Jeez. See, the bug is the projection shows. Oh shit, I shouldn't have clicked anything. The projection shows if I just tap the bot, But if I play it, if I play the pieces manually, the projection stops showing, which doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. Okay, let's see. So I do that, and then it just stops showing. Why are the pieces moving like this? Oh wait, they are showing, but it's showing ugly. See something down there. Something here. No. Something's definitely happening because I'm playing. Oh, okay, I know why now. Because when I hit hard drop, this is the way I designed it from the beginning. When I hit the hard drop key, the bot assumes that it needs. I've written it so that the bot needs to reset itself. Because let's say you have the bot playing, right? Let's say you have the bot playing, blah 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 blah, and you see something that you want to try out. Oh, hey, that looks pretty cool. Let me try. I don't know. Let me do this. Now you've played something manually. The bot state needs to be updated. Okay, like the bot needs to get an updated view of the board. So once you play, the bot is a completely fresh state. And as you can see, in a fresh state, like after I hit the, after I hit this, like, watch, I'll play something and I hit project. Project works. Okay. Project works in the middle of a game. I mean, as much as it can work. But if I hit reset, it's, well, that's not what it's gonna do, is it? Yeah. If I hit reset, then it doesn't really work. See, it's like showing something nonsense. Which I think I know why that is too, but that's for another time. So the bot doesn't work. On first invocation. It needs to also update the piece projection, because I only update piece projection once I have the bot actually make a move, and that's done here. Bot pressed, and I need to move that logic out somewhere else. Let's see, here's bot pressed, and then projection is then projection is done. So what I need to do is do this somewhere else, not inside of bot pressed. 1 hour 23 minutes until midnight California. It's funny, I had this premonition a long time ago. News notification. Or another way to set it. Don't set it in here. This is a really stupid place to set it. Now, let's think about what bot pressed should do. Bot pressed should just do the bot movement. Like, it should get the movement, which is stored somewhere. And wait, this isn't bot pressed. This is bot pressed debugged. Doesn't matter. So bot pressed is here. What's happening is it... this is so stupid, the way I designed this. Yeah, so when you press the button, it checks if the cold clear instance is initialized here. If it's not, then it doesn't do anything. If it is, then we start to request the next move and see what the moves are, execute the moves here. This should only do move execution, which means I need to do just this stuff, and everything else, and the hard drop, everything else needs to move outside. So the piece projection, where's this plan placement? That's here. Yeah, like way up there. Request next move should be the bottom. Yeah, I need to do this initialization somewhere else. But I thought I had done that at some point. Initialize. Here. Bot waits initialize with current state? No. No, I did initialize cold clear somewhere here, but there needs to be more than this. I need to do another truly initialize. This just initializes the bot. I need to do like request move and all that stuff. I believe this is called when you do a hard drop. Let's make sure. Nope. Hard drop. I know I do a reset of the bot somewhere in here. Hard drop, hard drop. Oh, if D-pad up is pressed, cold clear needs reset. Yeah. But You know what? I have an easy fix. Okay, let's try this. This should have at least fixed in the meantime the when we press bot with the finesse calculator on. I mean when we hit play. Also, again, I need to fix this. I don't know why this is happening. That didn't do anything. Oh wait, I must be not that smart because I have another one of these. Self.hard drop for the keyboard. Now this should work. What? It's not really working. I don't think this is the fix. Yeah, let's not do this. I think I know what the real fix is, and that is doing the initialization correctly. Excuse me. Yeah, don't do this. Okay, time to take a break. When I come back, I will fix this method. Or fix the initialization. Find the movement and the piece placement in the initializer, in initializer, and then bot press should just do bot pressing, should not be doing any of this projection setting and getting the move and all that. Bot press should just be bot movement.